It's the Athletics taking on the Seattle Mariners. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. John Shabby, Chris Singleton with you. So the Athletics find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
Just say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team. Opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this. Luther Snow, the next to hit. Snow measures 6 feet 2 inches, batting 6th in today's lineup, and he was a 10th round pick in 2024. Foul ball there. Set down on strikes. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Well, caught him looking on that fourth pitch of the at-bat, and I have to think it had something to do with the sequence they threw at him. Kind of bounced back and forth between the outside and inside corners with the previous pitches, and that makes it really tough to cover the whole plate. Just couldn't get a swing off at that pitch on the inside.
First and second, 1 out. Joseph Ortiz up next for the Mariners. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. And now the 0-1. Ground ball, could be 2. There's 1, out, and that's 2.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
One out, bases empty. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Brings it in, and there are 2 outs.
Now back, the first baseman.
Back to the top of the lineup, and now it's Julio Rodriguez. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball is going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
That's the third. And the inning is over.
He's out.
1 left for Seattle. Score remains tied 1-1.
next for the A's, the third baseman, Luther Snow.
On a line out towards center. Rodriguez pulls that one down, and that is that. So one hit is all they get. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the sixth. All tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the number 2 hitter, Joseph Ortiz. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Now a drag bunt, third base side. And he barehands it. Over to first. Nicely done for the out.
Man, who doesn't love a sweet barehand play like that? That was amazing.
One out. The go-ahead run is at second. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. One out. The go-ahead run is at second. Here at the top of the ninth.
Ball. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
And now
2-1.
2-1.
Strike.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the first baseman, Tyler Locklear. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Headed for the plate. Across is the winning run, and the Mariners walk it off in extra. And your final.
We need each other. We have to have each other for our survival.
So 2 down, Luther Snow up next for the A's. And first offering is fouled off. Smith, 26 years old, a former first-round pick in 2024. The 0-1. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Rodriguez makes the catch, and that is that. The A's strand 1. Now it'll be the M's turn. No score. Base is empty with 2 away. And now the DH, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. On the ground to third, Snow. Jump throw across his body. What a play. Inning over. First frame of the night behind us. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. Smith back to work. Lifted in the air, right center field. Albies hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Albies tosses to first, finally gets the first out here on the grounder. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luther Snow. 0 for 3 in this one. Breaking ball clips the corner. That's a strike.
Well, that's really the money spot. Down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
One down, base is empty. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Center field. Rodriguez settles under it. That's out number 2. One-run game here in the top of the 9th. And that misses. And it's 1-0.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When she elevates, guys aren't touching it.
Out number 2. Snow had a game to forget.
This wasn't his finest hour.
Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. Swings through that one out in front that time. Fastball is outside. Butler off of first with 2 away.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Butler around third. The relay to the plate, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Tried to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
We go to the bottom of the first. Now, Julio Rodriguez. On the ground to third. Throws across the diamond. Rodriguez out of the play. Nobody out. Runner at first. Ground ball right side, could be 2. There's one. Out to first, double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
Hard ground ball for a base stop. Around third. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for 2. Back in Seattle, down to third baseman, Luther Snow. Gray back to work. Out to short. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw. He's in safely, and now there's a runner at first. No outs. Runner at first. Here's the catcher, Kyle McCann. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Out to shallow center. Makes the grab, 1 away. Bo Naylor at the plate now.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, this could be the start of something. They haven't found a way to score yet, but now's their chance to change that.
So the tying run in scoring position now. Here's Byron Buxton. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
1 out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. Hit on the ground might be 2. There's 1. What a double play that was. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. It's the Mariners 1 and the A's nothing. Luther Snow now at the plate.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Makes the grab. 2 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
So runner at second, 2 down. Zach McKinstry up next for the Mariners. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. Ozzie flying around third. He'll score easily. In there safely. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that base.
1 down. Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. Fastball is outside. Waldrop. In his 4th year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. Backed off the plate that time.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And it looks like trouble. Headed for the plate. The relay. Safe at the plate. And they lead by 2.
Well, when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
One out, runner at second. And now here's the A's catcher, Kyle McCann. Snow over at second, 1 down. On the ground to third. Throw to first in time. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's the veteran first baseman, Bo Naylor. In the dirt.
He's given up a couple of runs, but the pitch count really not as high as you would think. Might be able to get through this one under 25 pitches.
Caught him looking for the K. So a man at first. Julio Rodriguez up next for the Mariners. Kicks and deals. Hot shot to third. They get the force, and that'll do it. Man at first, 1 away. And that one is downstairs, and that's ball 1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. And it is 2-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to challenge you. So I think the confidence level is raised right here.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Touches down. That's a hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a one-out single. Runners at the corners here. One away. Next up for the A's, Kyle McCann. Line drive. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
The other way, Ortiz tags the runner, and that's two. They put two. That one way outside. Ball one. Butler, the base runner at first with one out. That one almost got him.
No strike.
Swing and a high fly ball right field. And it's caught for the out. So up next, Luther Snow. First offering and it just misses. One out, bases full.
Ball, that's low.
In the dirt, nice job behind the plate. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. Squeezes it. Runners tagging from second and third. That's a sacrifice fly as he comes across. It's 8-1.
Man, there's a sac fly to bring home another run in this inning. These hitters are just piling it on. We're seeing some really quality at-bats out of this team right now.
That's hard hit on the line. Rodriguez makes the catch, and there's one gone.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way bad.
Snow with some solid production in the win.
Really liked how he looked in this.
What up, y'all? Yeah, soundtrack, what's poppin', baby? Woo! Y'all ain't know, I go by the name of Lupe Fiasco, representing that first and 15. Yeah, and this one right here, I dedicate this one right here to all my homies out there grinding. You know what I'm saying? Legally and illegally.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad. So here's Kyle Tucker now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score, and they take the lead. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for two. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. That one out to right. Tucker hauls it in for the out. And there's two away. One out, base is empty. Strike one.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
And that is out of play.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
The Athletics trailing by 2, last half of inning number 5. Up the middle, De La Cruz throws to first in time, and there are 2 down. So 2 down. Now here's Nolan Jones. Bunting for a hit. Snow on the run, sends it over to first. Got him. Nice play. So digging in, Luther Snow. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. Henches, 33 years old, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2014. That one in the dirt, and it's a ball and a strike. 2 out, space is empty. Foul ball there.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
2 down, nobody on. Off the mark there. Full count now. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2 out knock keeps the inning alive. So up next, Kyle McCann. In the dirt, but kept close. And a base hit up the middle. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
All over that one right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
And that'll load the bases.
Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way on.
That one the other way. Tosses to first. Out to escape a base. And we're back. Now it's going to be Luther Snow. Munoz, multi-time All-Star. He features a slider, a 4-seamer, and he works in a sinker. In the air, center field. Crow Armstrong moves after it. Drops into the glove, and there's one away. Snow had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. So 2 down. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Swing and a miss. Now 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Tiedemann back to work. In the air, right field. Pretty well struck. That one is back. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? A solo shot. His first homer of the year, and they're on the board. It's 6-1.
There was a fastball down the middle. I don't think the hitter recognized the pitch, but once he did, was quick enough to get it in play with some authority. He got that up and out of here.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Kyle Tucker.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
On the ground to third. Boots it. Still manages a throw. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning. Not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
Snow in the box again. Takes the strike.
You know, these Athletics, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They've found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Oh, great stop. The throw. And that's a great play for the out.
Great cat-like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy on the mound.
So digging in, Luther Snow. He's already homered in this game. And that one clips the corner.
There it was, a high velocity fastball in the zone. I think a little frustration from walking the previous hitter. He's got good stuff. Pitch inside the zone and trust it.
Grounds one to short. They take the force out to escape a bases loaded jam. So 2 away with nobody on. Stepping in, Jay Allen. Tap softly third base side. A swinging bunt. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Cubs slug their way to a win in this one. Snow did well despite the loss. Just one hit, but it did leave the yard.
If he can consistently put up games like this one, they're more likely to get the win than the loss.
And here's the DH for the Cubs, MLB Marte. And a bunt towards third. Bare hands it. Tough play. Not in time. He's safe. And we're back. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. That misses. And that's ball one. Snow with a homer in his last game. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Smoked on the ground to second. On to first. One up, one down. MLB Marte getting ready to hit. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. He'll score. Now the tag at second, and he's out. Trying for two. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Wicks back to work. And that misses. And it's 1-0. Hard hit down the line and left. And there's one down. Go ahead run on base. And the batter now, Josh Smith. 2 outs. And he drops it down the third baseline. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Foul off down the right side.
Some real good life going through the zone on that one.
That's outside. And that is ball 1.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Here comes a pitch. And misses inside. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Not close with that one, and the count's full.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Booth.
The go-ahead run aboard at first. Nobody out. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Got him swinging. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout. Luther Snow will hit next. 0 for 3 in this one. Fought off foul.
Right now they're looking for something, hit hard into the gaps, give them an opportunity with 2 outs to score that run from first.
They're down to their final strike.
2 pretty nasty sliders to get this hitter in an 0-2 count. If you're up there at the plate, you got to look up in the zone and spit on anything that's down.
Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game. Snow had a game to forget in the loss.
Difficult preaching is possible.
Second inning set to go. Now Luther Snow.
No.
Dolander back to work. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. And he hits a ground ball right side. Fires over to first. 1 out in the second.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Snow now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
Well, right now this battery is seeing the aggressiveness of the hitters early in the count and often. So got to be real careful that you don't give too good of a pitch, especially early in the count.
Got him. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. You know, these A's putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chance.
Now this one gets through. Coming home. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they're up by 3.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Pretty good spot, hard and inside, but that's a perfect example of keeping your hands inside the ball, tight to the body. The ability to take that back up the middle shows his approach is to use the entire field.
No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And there's one away. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He's safe, and they lead by 4.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say
double steal. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. And that's the second out of the inning on the force play. New inning getting started. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. And first offering is fouled off. And a swing and a miss. Hit hard to the ground and up the middle, base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. Out.
Gosh, that's just a terrible jump right there off first base. It really cost him. And it wasn't even a great throw, but it still allowed him to slap the tag on him just in time. Boogie looked like it was.
Slings it across. That ends the inning. One down. Luther Snow now at the plate. That one finds the zone. Strike one.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest of the at-bat. Nice job right there.
That one ripped. Valera squeezes it. 2 away.
Not fooled at all right there. He was clearly all over it, but sometimes you hit it too hard and right at someone. You're looking for one of those bloop hits to get a knock sometimes.
Snow. And we're back. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. Sable back to work. Swing and a ground ball. Perdomo sends it across to first and quickly one away in the second. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. There's a swing and a miss.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Look, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
That's off the inside corner. Now 1 and 2.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side. Back here in Denver, here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. Sable back to work. And that's outside. And it's 1-0.
You know, these Athletics just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just 1 extra base hit for them. So they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
He was late there. Strike 1.
2-1.
cut on and missed. Good changeup right there. 2-2 now.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Out to short. Tosses across the first. That's out number 1. Snow had a poor showing, needed to do more.
Well, Boog, not too.
And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now Luther Snow. That one ripped right center field. And in one hops the wall. Now he'll turn for second. And one pitch into the inning, it's a leadoff double.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one. Runner in scoring position now. And
oh, and now a wild pitch. This to third. Bernabel whips it to first. One out in the second.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Here's Byron Buxton. Man at second. This one popped up. Bernabel makes the catch for the out.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
And he deals. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. The throw's offline. He's safe. And it's 1-0.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
So digging in, Jesus Guzman. On the ground to third. Snow. They get the force, and that ends the inning. They get 2 runs. Nobody out. Runner at first. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side.
That's the ball.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
2-2-2.
And that one finds its way through. The throw to third. The tag out.
Well, not much you can say here other than you should have listened to your third base coach. It's tough because we've all seen examples of this working out for players, but when it doesn't, it's a really bad look.
That one is absolutely belted back there. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? His second of the year, and now they're out front. It's 4-3. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Welcome to the game. First pitch out of the bullpen, a tough one. And you know he's just trying to get one in there for a strike. And on the other side, as a hitter, it's a great time to be aggressive and let it fly. It's not what they were looking for when they turned to him, but now he's got to find a way to reset.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Luther Snow. He's been a difference maker in this one with what he did back in the 6th.
No doubt, Boog, a huge 3-run homer, and it's one of the key moments in this game.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. A's leading by a run. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Throw, save.
1-1.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Here's a 1-2. And that's outside. 1-run game. The A's looking for some insurance. Gets a piece and stays alive. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Batter calls time and steps out. He needs a refresh. It is a big at bat. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
2 outs. That one missed.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. And ball 4 to a board.
Take your base.
When you go that deep into it at bat, the hitter usually comes out on top.
First and second, 2 outs. Now it's the second baseman. Runner takes off. Line drive, that's a base hit. Headed for the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off the mark, and he scores.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat, just kind of muscled it out there. And you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher, but you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes.
2-2.
In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. The A's looking to add another.
Yeah, play it right.
That's a base hit. Run scores.
Well done. Drives in the run. Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside.
1-1.
Up and in. Now 2 balls and a strike. That clips the corner. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in here at the top of the 9th. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it hits the fence. Around second now, going for 3. The relay, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Tremendous job of getting set up.
And we're back on to extra innings. Here's the second baseman, number 30. Line drive out towards left field. That's a base hit. Runner around third. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. He will score. They're on top 10-9. Well, they didn't waste any time as they knock home the runner from second to get on the board.
Huge for team confidence and how you approach the situation. Still have a guy on base, and now they'll try to add on.
Luther Snow, fresh off an incredible series and ready to go. Now here's Jake Cronenworth. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Snow. On the run, throw to first. They get the out, and that'll do it. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Digging in, Luther Snow. Cease, back to work. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Snow matched a homer in his last game. And another ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Anthony sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Cease back to work. He swings and drives one out to deep left field. Oh, you are a star, aren't you? He flexes his power with that swing. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now.
This one absolutely screamed out of here, singing a laser. StatCast tells us it was 112 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, it left in a real hurry and didn't go that far because of the launch angle being a little flatter, but clearly it had all the velocity it needed to leave the yard.
Stepping in for San Diego, Jake Cronenworth. On the ground to the left. Puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Padres lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. That one missed. Activity in the bullpen. Felipe Francisco preparing to come on if needed. Gilbert warming up as well. Popped up first base side. Cronenworth on his way over. Nabs it. One away.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the third or fourth pitch of just about every at bat.
Snow with some solid production in the win. Only one hit, a home run.
Really like how.
So 2 down. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. And there's a ball. Snow with a homer in his last game. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1-1.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings and misses, struck him out. First and second, 2 outs. Machado now at the plate. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. He'll score easily. The tag at third, and he's out. They limit the damage. 1 out, bases empty. Swing and a ground ball. It's through for a hit.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
1 down. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Swing and a ball ripped right field. And that one back, and that one is gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 3-1.
A fastball might be the most satisfying pitch to hit a home run, and he did it with the pitch outside the zone. Impressive.
The 2-2 on the way. That's the third. Snow throws to first in time, and that'll do it. 2 outs, base is empty. Snow, 26 years old. He's knocked in 9 over his last 10 games. Late on that fastball.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to.
That one is absolutely belted. Drops in for a hit, couldn't run it down. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Everything came together for him. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And now the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
The A's looking to add another. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Kyle McCann up next for the A's. 3-1 now. Runners on the move. And that'll load the bases.
Well, the stage has been set for this offense, Boog. It's all about creating opportunities, and this is one of them right here.
In the air, left field. Quan settles underneath it. And that's the inning. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. And that one ripped to left. And it one-hops the wall. Go-ahead run run into scoring position as he stops at second.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask. Really important at bat coming up now.
In the dirt, but kept close. And the runner holds. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Snow headed for the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
His confidence level is so high. Really nice job of coming through in a big spot. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole.
So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
0-1. Ball outside.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
2 out, space is empty.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
2-2.
Next offering way off the plate. And downstairs.
Count is full.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Bunting for a hit. Has to barehand it. The throw on target. He got him. Nice play. 1 out, base is empty. So Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. Misses outside, and 1-1. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And he handles it himself for the out. Here's Bogarts now. 2 outs. Tatis runs. That's to third. Snow sends it across to first. Bogarts retired. On the ground to first. Fair ball. Headed for the plate. He scores, and the A's tie it up. Now the tag at second, and he's out, trying for 2. Next to hit, Luther Snow. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time. He keeps his composure, and they get the out. 2 outs, runner at first. So digging in now for San Diego, Gleyber Torres. On the ground to third. They take the force out, and that is that. Snow did well enough for them, singled and knocked in a run. I'm sure they're
my darling, I've been waiting for your company. My sugar, feels like you only come around for me. You always fill it up to the teeth. You're just trying to understand, but is it my love?
Luther Snow, fresh off an incredible series and ready to Okay, all set to go. Now it's the second baseman, Luis Angel Acuna. On the ground to the left, Snow. To first, one out in the top of the first. Base is empty with 2 away. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow.
Really strong hitting performance recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
Two down, nobody on. Pop foul out of play off to the right.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
And there's a ball.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Payoff pitch. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Melton brings it in for the third out. 1 out and a runner at second. That one clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Swing and a miss.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
First and second, no outs. Now the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Grounder might be 2. Snow toss to second. How about that double play?
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Man at first, 1 away. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Snow, 26 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. Cheng leads off first with 1 away. That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Coming home. He'll score easily, and they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you enough.
And that one gets away at the plate. Ripped to short. Lindor on to first. Got the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the move. Up the middle. Oh, he gloves it. They get a run. 2 down, base is empty. Luken Baker up now for the Mets. And a bunt towards third. Snow fires to first on the run. On the money. Nice play. Man at first with 1 gone. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
He swings and fouls one off.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Ball.
There's a swing and a miss.
2 ball, 2 strike.
This to third. Beatty slings to second. Double play. And that'll do it for the inning. Snow did well enough for them despite the loss.
Not great.
Down the third baseman, Luther Snow. 1 run batted in yesterday. Their only run of the game. Runner takes off. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Swing and a miss. And the count even at 1. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Next pitch is outside. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. Chang headed for the plate. He'll score and then tie it. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Here's the veteran outfielder, Lawrence Butler. Runner on the move. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. Throw comes in quickly, so even with the runner on the move, he holds it second. Here's the second baseman.
3 balls.
In the dirt, blocked. And an excellent job keeping it right there. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Here's a chopper to short. Lindor. Off balance feet. There's 1. What a double play that was. So 2 down. Lucan Baker getting ready to hit. On the ground to third. Snow. Gets it to first. And that is that. Nothing. 1 out and a runner at second. Swing and a foul out of play. Man at second. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Goes down looking.
Well, even if you don't feel great about it, you got to swing the bat with 2 strikes in this situation. You've got the tying run out there in scoring position. Just put the ball in play. Maybe something good will happen.
Tosses to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th. 1 out, base is empty. The other way. And there's 2 away.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
And there's a foul ball. 1-run game. The A's looking for some insurance. Went with the sweeper for the strike.
2 balls. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss and a changeup in the dirt. Catcher has it, fires to first. In time, the 2-3. So runner at second, 2 down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Right past his coach, headed for the plate. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends. Snow had a rough go of it in the loss. Had a single and an So digging in, Luther Snow.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
That one catches the zone, and that's strike one.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Yeah, that's fouled off. Nobody out with a pair of runs across in the frame here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Next one in the dirt.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. That to right. Soto under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. Back to the top of the lineup, and stepping in for New York, Mike Sanchez. To third. Off balance beat, there's one, and that's 2. First and third, one down. Swung on, belted. Melton going back. Makes the grab. Runner tagging and heading for home. He'll score on the sac fly. Back even. It's 3-3. Man at first, one away. And that one just missed off the outside edge. And that is downstairs. And it's 2-1. Next offering is fouled back. Next offering is down low.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
A's leading by a run. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's gonna have to buckle down right here.
And that'll load the bases. And now here's the A's catcher, Kyle McCann. Lifted in the air out to left. Melton makes the grab. 2 down. Bo Naylor at the plate now. Throws to first in time. Out to escape. And here's the first baseman, Lucan Baker. And it's through for a hit. Coming around third is Soto. Tag, and he's out at the plate.
Well, Boog, you have to be able to trust your coaches in this spot. That's what baseball is all about. You're relying on the people around you to set you up for success. Players need to rely on their coaches the same way they rely on their teammates.
And a foul ball. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. That missed by a lot. And the count 1-2. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. But no chance to recover. He'll reach after the strikeout. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. Runner takes off, swings, and this one's flared. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Morgan is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up. Smoked on the ground to second. The throw to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead.
I'm putting the brake up. I'm trying to stop 'cause it's safer. Pretty words I love to hear. You don't even know how deep I feel. I'm playing it cool, but I'm losing it over you. Lately I've been trying on your last name, but it just feels so soon. It's just going way too fast. Every time you look at me, I can't hold back. But I don't wanna tell you that. I could try to fight.
Ride the tide, no fight with the current that guided you. Melt the ice round the furnace burn.
nothing they can do that I can't do better. Better yet, there's nothing I can do that I can't do. Yeah, I'm better. I said I'm better. I gotta do better. I gotta do better.
Luther Snow is getting. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. Good power, not great in the OBP department. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. And there's one down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
And stepping in is the speedy Nasim Nunez. Handles, throws to first. One gone, bottom half of the first.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
2 outs, base is empty. Fastball is outside.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That one fouled off, 2-2. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
And it remains 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And a nice inning of work. Back to the top of the lineup, Jose Rosado, the next to hit. Ground ball left side, and it stays fair. Nobody out, runner at first. Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A 2-run homer, his 4th home run of the season. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 8-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
So first and second with one man gone. Luther Snow up next for the A's. He's already homered here in this one.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. We haven't seen a break in the weather, and the umpires might be forced to make a decision soon.
Yeah, I think so, Boog. I mean, everyone looking and wondering when they're going to stop play. It definitely feels close.
Chung at second. Cheng at first. One gone. That one almost got him.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
Snow now at the plate as he swings through strike one. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated.
And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. Snow had a good day at the office, even in defeat. Just one. So digging in, Luther Snow went deep in the ball game last night. Started after the 0-1 pitch, and now a check down to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Two outs. And he chases that one below the zone.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss.
That's strike three and the third out. So we take Johan Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. On the ground, Snow. Not in time, and he reaches safely. 2 outs, base is empty. And there's a ball. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Ground ball right side. He takes it on his own, and he has thrown 4. Liner, base hit. Lead runner stops at second.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands.
Runner on the move. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. And that's the third out. 2 men left. So bases all loaded up. Reyes will hit next. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. And he's out. Up, down, and that ends the inning. Here on the south side, we go to the 9th, and here is Luther Snow. Got one out to right. Makes the grab on the run. 1 up, 1 down. Snow had the kind of game you'd like to avoid, which contributed to the loss. Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. Fought off foul. The pitch. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And good work. Now the left fielder, Thomas McMahon. This to third. On to second, they get 1, and that's 2. Start of the 4th. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. Schultz back to work. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break.
That one laced to center and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
This one in the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if
runner on the go. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that'll fall for a base hit. Here comes the throw. Not in time. And we've got runners at first and third to open the inning. Now it's the second baseman. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. It's going to fall for a hit. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0.
comes through with the RBI. It's amazing to me that he was able to put the barrel on that one. I mean, that pitch was pretty well outside, but great extension and bat control through the zone allowed him to drive it the other way. That was pretty impressive.
Flip Chung under it. Brings it in, and that's the inning. So first and second here, no outs. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
That's outside, and it's 2-1.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And that one is downstairs, and that's ball 3. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Rojas makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He's in there.
Good read there at second base to move up to third. Now it's a lot easier to get that run in with one away.
So runner at second, 2 down. McMahon getting ready to. Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. And we're starting over. It's 2-2. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Luther Snow. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs. Comes up empty.
I'd say that stayed in the tunnel for a long time. No chance of even fouling it off.
Next pitch is outside.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top of.
Ripped to third. Fires across the diamond, and they get the leadoff man in the ninth. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow. Baroa back to work. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Now there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today. So runners at the corners, nobody out. Johan Rojas steps to the plate for the White Sox. On the ground to third. And it gets by him. In to score is the runner from third, and they've tied it again.
Such great.
Snow had a poor showing needed to.
All's my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like Nazareth. I'm up, homie, you up, but if God got us, then we go. We are
Luther Snow, a rising star. Luther Snow up next for the A's. Good power, not great in the OBP department. This one in the air. Ward. And makes the grab. And that is that. Cam Collier, the next to hit. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the grab, and that will end the inning. Runners are at the corners, one away. Puts a bunt down. Throws to first in time. There for the out. Runner scores from third. So runner at second, 2 down. Next for Milwaukee, Jackson Chourio. In the air, left side. Chung moving under it. He's there. He's got it. And the inning. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And there's a foul ball.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
And a foul ball. The A's looking to add another. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen. Here's the third baseman, Luther Snow.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning. I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's having a hard time catching up.
The pitch. And a count 1-2. Two on, 1 out. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one misses. 2-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out of a slider, and there's 2 gone. 1 down. Luther Snow up next for the A's. Runner on the move. Bunting for a hit. Grabs it barehanded, and he beats it. He's safe. Now it's the right fielder, Lawrence Butler. Popped up left side. Bichette hauls it in for the out. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. And here is Kyle McCann. There goes the runner. And they're all loaded up.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
2 outs. Runner takes off for third. Up the middle. Base hit. 1 run is in. Now 2 runs score. It's 6-0. Snow had an unremarkable game in this one. Had a single. So 2 down. Luther Snow getting ready to hit.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
First pitch misses. Swings through that one above the zone.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Late with the swing there.
See if you can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading to count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you get hurt.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Struck him out swinging. And he strikes out the side. Cam Collier digs in now. Can't glove it cleanly. Still able to fire over, but it's not in time. Base hit.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Bunting gets it down to first, and that goes foul. Checks his swing. Now an appeal to first. No swing. Earl Hendricks with the call. Chases that one out of the zone. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. So up next, Heston Kjerstad. Hard hit to third. The throw to second is offline. Snow, 26 years old, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. And first offering is fouled off. Ball one there. A's leading by a run. This one in the air right field. Kjerstad sizes this one up. And that'll do it. The A's. Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. That's inside. And that misses. And it's 2-0. Cheng leads off first with 2 down to the inning. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Kjerstad puts it away, and that's the 3rd out. Heston Kjerstad up now for the Brewers. Ground ball left side. That ends the frame. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Fought off foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. And ball 1.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
2-2.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
And he deals. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout.
Nice work there to get the strikeout, and that's a big second out. I'll tell you, this home crowd will be fired up. They can get out of this and leave that go-ahead run stranded in scoring position. This is a big moment in this game.
That one lifted to left. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. One up, one down. Back here at American Family Field. New inning getting started. And now it's going to be Luther Snow. There's the strike. Swing and a miss at 100 miles an hour. That misses, and it's 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss, and he's gone for the 4th time tonight.
Well, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strike.
And meanwhile, this a fair ball down the left field line. Oh, he botches it. The winning run crosses the plate. So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Luther Snow. Yeah, that's fouled off. 2 outs, base is empty. Comes up empty.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and it's a 3-up. And here's the veteran outfielder, Jackson Chourio. The kick, the 3-2. Popped up. And that bunt goes foul. It's a strikeout. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Outside. Tied up here in the early going. And there's a strike.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
On the ground to the left, and that one handled in plenty of time to first. They limit the damage here. Bo Bichette up to the dish. On the ground, Snow. And Bichette is retired. 2 on, 2 outs. Now a pop-up on the infield. And that's the 3rd out. Ace. Heston Kjerstad up now for the Brewers. Now a drag bunt, third base side. Can't pick it up with the bare hand. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this. Well, Siggy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Snow, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Jensen down to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Away, away, away. Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play. And that should tell you.